Hey, Tom here, FlipAnything USA. So, on my channel, I share how I made my fortune in real estate, and today we're going to talk about the economy crashing and getting ready for the crash. But also, I want to share with you Steve Forbes. I'm a fan of Steve Forbes. He, no nonsense guy. Nobody's paying him to tell you stories or keep his mouth shut about what's really happening. He's very straightforward guy. I've always enjoyed his stuff, and we're going to get into it. And let's get Steve queued up here. Look here. Yeah. So, and the title of his, it's A Storm is Brewing. And so we're going to do a little review and reaction to Steve Forbes, and he's talking about what's ahead. I'll say if I agree or tell you my experiences from my perspective as an investor. Look, I'm buying a house this week, and I'm paying cash for it. And I'm one of the people fortunate enough to be able to, that I still have cash and can do such things. But, you know what, even these guys making 150, 300, thousand a year, those guys, a lot of those guys are living check to check. They're not living within their means. So it's very important you keep your overhead low. I don't care if you're a millionaire or not, keep your overhead low. It's very, very important. And I apologize for earlier. I apologize for the same thing earlier, but we are going to get into it. And so give me just 1 second here and we'll watch Steve.
Stop and listen. Time is on a mission to eliminate all the snake oil and the fake gurus that fake y'all. He'll show you how to build an empire, starting with nothing but a desire. All you really need is a good mentor, not a used car bullshit. With time, you'll learn to crush it. Investing like Warren Buffett. With real estate, you cannot procrastinate. Everyone who hesitates is left at the starting gate. Hey, yo, so don't delay and join today. The mentorship and flip anything. USA, go.
So, hey, one thing I'm talking about, we are going into a recession for sure. But let me remind you to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. It helps the channel. If you like what I share, then please let me know by liking and subscribing, commenting under the videos. It helps a lot. But let me just talk about something. Gas prices right now, and you can't even believe what you hear on social media because of stuff that they show you. Biden's talking about falling prices. What the hell is he talking about? They go what? We were like under $2, under $2 a gallon. Yeah, and then up to $5, and then it goes down 50 cents. And he wants to pat himself on the back. It's ridiculous. And then gas prices dropping to a 3-month low. Big deal. Big deal. They're at an all-time high in recent times. Other things, like, look at this. This is the other factors that are different and why this recession we're going into is even going to be worse. Murder rates in New York increased by 76% in September. And it says shootings skyrocketed by 127%. Everything is going up. Everything bad is going up, okay? Prices, crime, less support for the cops. It's a disaster. But anyhow, let's listen to what Steve has to say, and let's keep going.
Inflation, higher interest rates, and the Ukraine war are setting the stage for a big financial crisis. Hello, I'm Steve Forbes, and this is What's Ahead, where you get the insights you need to better navigate these turbulent times. A storm is brewing that will be global in nature and could wreak immense damage economically and politically. The problem is that numerous countries, rich and poor alike, have amassed immense debts. Even before
ourselves included, we don't even qualify for we've amassed so much debt that if we were another country looking for aid, we wouldn't qualify for the criteria that we require of other countries. We're in deep, deep trouble.
Governments were spending and borrowing heavily, spurred by the easy money policies central banks were pursuing after the financial crisis of 2008-2009. This was accompanied by historically low interest rates. Now, with inflation rampant, the cost of money is rising, making it unlikely that numerous nations can serve their obligations. Even before the pandemic, the public debt of the world's 70 poorest nations had gone up by an average of 18% of GDP. But wise experts believe the levels of indebtedness here is vastly understated. Sri Lanka, beset with inflation and shortages of food and fuel, is an example of what may unfold in numerous other nations. Riots are rampant. The new prime minister, in office 2 months, is resigning after rioters burned down his official residence. But the binge borrowing of poor countries was paralleled by middle and high income countries. More than a decade ago, the European Central Bank, the ECB, undertook a massive buying of bonds of European countries in the mistaken belief that a default by a troubled country such as Greece or Italy would destroy the euro. But countries largely avoided the structural changes, tax cuts, easing stifling regulations, and tackling bloated budgets needed to get their economies on a sound path of free market growth. Japan's debt today is proportionately more than twice that of the U.S.'s. The Bank of Japan is still sticking with its virtual zero interest rate policy, which is entailing a scale of money printing that will likely send the already wobbly yen into a tailspin. This could set off a financial contagion that will hit the currencies of other Asian nations. It would also hit Europe. Can the ECB continue to buy massive amounts of bonds of Italy, the continent's third largest economy, and those of other troubled countries while simultaneously fighting inflation? Incredibly, it seems ready to try. The U.S. economy is slowing, which will be a drag on the rest of the world. Unfortunately, the IMF, which is supposed to be the doctor for financially troubled nations, imposes counterproductive prescriptions, namely a currency devaluation, which worsens inflation, and higher taxes, which cripples recovery. Almost nowhere are there leaders who grasp that stable money and low tax rates are fundamental for fast recoveries. The Biden administration here is still trying to raise taxes. Even the food crisis, made worse by Russia's war to conquer Ukraine, has yet to trigger moves to free up Ukrainian grain shipments by, say, sending ships from neutral countries to Ukrainian ports. The solutions are clear, but the leaders are floundering. I'm Steve Forbes. Thanks for listening. Do send in your comments and suggestions. I look forward to...
So, anyways, you can tell Steve's no fan of politicians. He and myself, I feel the same. The problem is that the politicians are bought and controlled by lobbyists. The lobbyists control the politicians, and they're out for themselves. And, you know, we're stuck. We're the ones that are stuck. Anyways, so how are you guys affected? What do you... There's no sound? I'm showing sound, guys. I don't know why you don't have sound. Well, let me just... Okay. You know what, guys? I'm at my home studio, so things aren't dialed in quite as good as they used to be. I'll probably delete this one too because the one that came out earlier was so terrible. But did you guys get to hear what Steve said? Did you get to hear what Steve Forbes said? Yeah. Anyways, yeah, Peter, you gotta chill out a little bit, dude. You're like take less coffee or something. Anyways, I had to put you in timeout here. We're here to hang out and talk and chat, but you know, just be a little more thought out when you start writing stuff, please. Anyways, yeah, all right. Good deal. Well, hey, just so you guys know, you know, I was talking earlier about making a list. Yeah, all right, we'll kill it. It's over. See y'all later.